Hello and welcome to the Portuguese Week. I'm Charles Nunes, founder of LearnPortugueseNow.com, and I'm talking from Brazil. This week, I'm going to show you how you can learn Portuguese anywhere since you take the right steps. Maybe you think you don't have the talent or the discipline or even that you are too old to learn Portuguese. Maybe you're learning Portuguese from scratch or you've tried before with little results. Whatever the case, I want to show you how you can move from someone who knows just a little Portuguese or nothing at all to someone who can handle a conversation or read in Portuguese. Does it sound too good to be true? Who am I to tell you that? Up to 21, Portuguese was the only language I spoke. At that time, I was serving as a missionary in Brazil. Every day, I talked to people about the gospel of Jesus Christ in Portuguese, invited them to learn more about that. But after serving for a while, I was called to work in the mission office. There, I had to meet some missionaries who didn't speak Portuguese yet. I had been trying to learn how to read in English on my own, but then I decided to speak because I needed to talk to those missionaries. The journey was not easy, not even close. I had some moments of frustration and disappointment. Some things didn't work so well, some didn't work at all, and some did work. And I moved on and moved on and moved on. Long story short, when I finished my mission and went back home, I started teaching English to beginners. This process from starting until I started teaching took me about a year and a half. Later on, I applied the same steps to learn Spanish. That's why I do believe you can learn Portuguese wherever you are, no matter how old you are, since you take the right steps. And here is your first step to learn Portuguese. Discover your why. As soon as you find a strong reason to learn Portuguese, you will start your own language journey. The big difference is that you won't need to use the try and error method as I did. You will have a clear roadmap to reach your goal. After all, that's what the Portuguese Week is all about. So let's start by removing some stumbling blocks out of the way. You may be wondering, first, why do Brazilians speak so fast? You listen to something in Portuguese and you don't get a clue on what people are saying. 2. How to memorize so many words? You may have heard that we Brazilians use lots of words to say the same thing. And third, how to understand the Portuguese grammar? When you try to conjugate a simple verb, for instance, you get lost with so many forms. Well, though I cannot deny that some Brazilians speak really fast, my wife is one of them, you can do something to improve your Portuguese every day. Now about memorizing words and studying grammar, I have a piece of advice for you. Don't try this at home. Believe me, you will never learn Portuguese by studying grammar. If you try to learn grammar, you'll get confused. To every rule you learn, there are many that you will forget. Also, you will never learn Portuguese by memorizing words. If you try to memorize words, you'll get lost. Because to every word you learn, there are many that you forget. And so it goes. And you don't want to get lost or confused, do you? So how can you learn Portuguese without memorizing words or even studying grammar? Here's the point. You can learn Portuguese faster by reading and listening to something you understand. The more you read and listen, the more you understand Portuguese. Increasing your understanding is the key. The faster you understand Portuguese, the faster you'll be able to speak and write. Let me say that again. The faster you understand Portuguese, the faster you'll be able to speak and write. And to increase your understanding, all you have to do is practice with the right tools. On the next video, I will show you the principles I used to learn 2 languages. They are simple and powerful. Somehow they are still language secrets because they are not known by most learners and even by some language teachers. I started teaching in 1993 and I heard about them for the first time only in 1999. So let's recap. To learn Portuguese, you will need to find a strong reason. You can learn Portuguese anywhere since you take the right steps. You should not study grammar or try to memorize word lists. you need to increase your understanding by reading and listening to real Portuguese. Does it make sense to you? Do you have any questions about that? Please leave a comment below. I will read your comments and we can start a conversation. On the next video, you will learn powerful tools to improve your Portuguese. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video. Muito obrigado por assistir e a gente se vê no próximo vídeo.